Evaluate the expression for x equals -4. So here we have an expression where our x variable shows up a couple of times. And since we just have this one value for x, we know that that value for x of -4 is going to go in for each one of the x's that are here. So let's go ahead and isolate those x's. And remember, we're just getting the x itself. No numbers, no exponents, no signs are going in there with the x. Just the x's go in a little isolation booth. And then we're going to substitute, because that's the first step when we evaluate. We're going to substitute in our values for x. So we have -2 times x, but we're not doing x, we're doing -4 is the value we've been given for x. And then that's going to get squared, minus 5 times x. So again, we're going to slip the x out of those parentheses and slip in the 4. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add 4. Okay, so here's our substitute step. So that's always the first thing we do when we have an evaluate problem, is to substitute. One step just to replace the variable everywhere we see it with the value that we're given. Now we're going to simplify. And when we simplify, as we know, we're going to use the order of operations. So what's inside parentheses first, and then we're going to do exponents, then we're going to multiply or divide left to right, and then we're going to add or subtract from left to right. So inside my parentheses, I don't have anything to do. Those are just holding the negative signs on. And so we don't have anything to do at the parenthesis level, so exponents is what we're going to do next. We have this one exponent here with a 2. So the base of that exponent is -4. -4 is being raised to the second power. So -4 times -4 is a positive 16. Now we have to be careful. We want to leave that 16 in parentheses, because when we bring that -2 down, that -2 still has to get multiplied. Remember, there was multiplication right there between the -2 and the -4 squared. We want to be sure we don't lose that multiplying. I'm going to go ahead and bring down the rest of the problem, because that was just my exponent step, and that was the only exponent we had. Now we're going to go ahead and come down to our multiply or divide step. We have a couple of multiplications to do here. We have -2 times positive 16. Well, a negative times a positive is a negative, and 2 times 16 is 32. Then we've got -5 times -4. So -5 times -4 is positive 20. And then we've got the plus 4 right here. Remember this step right here. Some people don't like that piece. But remember that we can think about that negative. When we're doing this multiplication, we can think about that sign tying on to that 5 there. Now we can go ahead. We've taken care of our multiplying, so we can move on to our add and subtract step. -30 plus 20. Remember, we're just going to work our way from left to right. -30 plus 20 is -12. We're going to add 4, and -12 plus 4 gives us -8 for our final answer.